got my boy Bitey on there, dude. I get to do a little clap.
Fishnet
Yo,
with the
Fishnet,
raid.
thank you.
Hey, a party of 37. Thank you so much.
All right.
Much love and appreciation, you guys.
That put us over 800, I'm pretty sure.
Wow, yeah. Are we at 800 viewers now, dude?
Stremex, I like Stremex draft more than Octavia's right now. Like, genuinely. I think that even though Tiberius has the ability to be
I agree.
necessarily. Thanks so much for being here. We appreciate this for what I believe is the last game for today. Am I stupid? This is the last one.
It might be. It might not be.
Okay. Okay. Potentially the last game for today. May or may not. We'll see after this game already goes through. Notice whose draft do you like more? We talked about the drafts overall, but who is it that you see potentially taking? Like I said before, I really like Stremex. I just do.
Yeah, I like the Stremex. Ooh, Trimmers is interesting, and it will be a binary Sargenos as well, which is fairly standard at this point. Another Shrapnel Victor too, and it's Scorch. I don't like that.
I can understand.
Some interesting talent picks here, and the Anara coming out on the point early. We'll be running that Trimmer, so popping that wall just to get that early, denying the sightline from that Victor and forced to back up now.
Already they're playing over by the side, left hand men on the side of Stremex, making sure that they can at least put a stop to the people in apartments and force out the dash for Fernando. And of course, they're still going to keep the pressure on them no matter what. Peeking out by the window means that anyone's going to be poked. They pretty much push all the way through, but Khan's by himself. I'm not too sure how I feel in a scenario like this where they try and turn and burn him. He may be able to retreat in time, but for the most part, he is still holding left side apartments. It's hard for them to try and fight against Stremex right now. It's his double heal. Regardless if Jones doesn't heal that much, I mean, it's still there.
Yeah, and great map control for Stremex here. Holding this this set of apps here, just punishing anything for crossing through, and Frieza gets low, they can just walk into him. And a good shield there to save Prosper. Khan forced to back up, but with that first pick, Stremex is in control of the point.
Beautiful first blood already available to Team Stremex. Octavia is trying to fight back. They've had a hell of a time trying to make it through time and space. Ends up getting utilized. Etsu was down, so was Logi. Alex, you technically got a delayed triple for the most part. Bitey, thank you so much for the host of 24 viewers. We always appreciate that. You guys coming in, take a seat, enjoy, grab some snacks. You see that Stremex has just gained their first point over Octavia.
Good grip on the Victor, and he will be finished off, unable to escape those Genos grips. To be really careful at that range, but we'll trade it out. And the Immortal pop, Tyra forcing that out, and will fall over. Stremex looking to back up and soft reset here after that fight.
That's a good look in them trying to force them back and see if they can get a zone long enough to where it can really hurt their part push. Doesn't give really much room for error, but a wall goes up, manages to get the void grip as well directly onto the Fernando. He gets killed, and everyone makes their way back on the side of Stremex to see if they can force any sort of fight, or at least force him back. Jab with the raid. Party of 22, thank you so much.
Hey.
Much love to you, brother, and so many people Apache as well. Thank you guys so much as the fight and match is just getting started. Dome Shield goes out, and they're looking for an opportunity to see if they can kill Victor. They have to reload, and he's stuck in a corner. He puts up the wall, the impasse, and there's not much that you can do in that scenario. And Nara has to find some sort of way out, but a beautiful triple axe takes care of FRZO.
It looks like they are gearing up for another fight. Most ults available will be coming online soon, at least, except for that Dome Shield, which is just popped to save the Victor.
And Tobias, thank you so much for the party of 24. For those of you that are just coming in, see Octavia sort of on the back pedal here. Beautiful wall, the double wall tries to keep Barrick out of any form of safety, but they're still going to manage to do it. The Immortal gets utilized. They're just trying to keep people alive. Find any sort of fight that might go their way. They manage to get Alex on the retreat. The dash gets used. Barrage is also a factor here, as really Khan's pushing all the way in. Anar is still on the objective here. They take care of Prosper Logic as well. Khan is the first one to go down on the side of Team Stremex. He has to respawn and make his way back into the fray. However, there's still health bars and characters low enough to see if they can stop. Crossfire gets used through time and space as well. You're stuck between an Anar and a hard place. The wall goes up, and they make sure they take care of FRZO. Eridos goes down, but even still, they're holding on despite the odds. They have to drop, see if they can contest. Wall goes up, and Logi so low on the Tiberius. It's hard for them to fight back as Shoko finds himself 2 kills. Rojas goes down as well. Eric's just trying to live, but what more can you do? You have to funnel in person after person to stop him. Fernando can't make it back, and Stremex make it a 2-0 so far.
One thing I do want to point out, these Genos grips have been incredibly impactful in these fights.
Yep.
It's an ability that you rarely see get that like massive game-changing value.
Yeah, the shield gets brought down on the cooldown, obviously, thanks to the con grab. They are forcing this time the shoes on the other foot. Octavia's the one that's putting more pressure on them, but beautiful overpower. What a great needle and thread situation there, as it's going to be the first pick that they get on the side of Stremex. This turns the tide for them in a very positive manner. They're trying to push in. The dome shield gets blocked off by the double wall Inara, and it's so hard for them to try and find a way to push through. Dread Serpent just to try and find some sort of way to fight back, and the Immortal as well to keep everybody alive. I'm not necessarily sure if I agree in its entirety with the Immortal, but the Barrage is at least going to force Inara off of the objective.
Yeah, popping both of those ults out at the same time probably isn't what they'd be hoping for the most there. Nara brawling on this point, with those two walls, will be able to just keep that front door there closed up. And the Tiger will have an angle to spam through, and he will be dashing through for the touch, and we'll get it. 2 picks on the side of Octavia.
Oh, man.
And they seem to be back in control of this fight.
Yeah, Logi's already looking pretty great. Same thing for Prosper. As Octavia take this first point on Bright Marsh against Team Stremex, they can force the remaining members of Octavia back, but Prosper pushing forward a little bit might be a little bit too overzealous for the most part. They are going to be able to put him into the dirt. That's another member down on the side of Octavia, as they're just holding on to what they have.
Yeah, Prosper's got to start respecting those grips more. Victor unable to pop any movement ability and get out of there, but Nando is behind on the objective.
It seems like right now they are at least turning this around for him. It does force the rest of Stremex back. Logi with a double kill, make this available to them. This opportunity presented itself, and now they'll take it in stride as Khan as the next one falls. They have the through time and space. They have the overpower and the seismic crash, but Team Octavia has 4 ultimates online and available for their team. So far, though, no real progress being made. It's slowly inching forward. They're still close by enough to contest if something goes wrong. Heavy Blade gets tossed out. He's going to miss the earlier damage.
Grenade. Yeah, that tower getting picked by a grenade will hurt significantly. That is your main backline DPS there. Another dome shield being popped. They got a pick. They want to convert this, and I don't think Team Stremex will be able to stop them.
Well, they have the Whirlwind available to them, so it seems like Grover might have a better chance at stopping them than the rest of them may. Since that ultimate is apparent, it makes it a lot easier for them to obviously fight back against the seamlessly ending pressure from Octavia. They were able to put a pin in it for a little bit, but obviously as the games have been going, as the round has been going on, it obviously makes things a little bit more dangerous for them. Finding any sort of opportunity. They make it right on back in, though. They have to play turret defense at this point as both walls go up. Rojas is trying to live, but Webb, Rojas are both gonna go down as Etsu and Logi find 1 kill apiece. This ties things up at a 2-2. Yeah, exactly. And I think that's so telling of not only like the damage charts of like Victor topping them, but I mean like once again it's like, I mean it's Victor, and it's also Victor a controller.
Yeah,
so, and Victor.
No, he is a laser game.
Right, and Victor top damages by accident most of the time. So most of the time you blink and you have top damage as Victor, and Tiberius is
by a
following up.
significant margin.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
And Tyra, top damaging for a team, but below the red team Derek. He is shooting into an Inara, which, you know, that tends to inflate his damage stats a little bit, but you want to have those higher damage numbers. They're just not seeing it. Now both tanks for Stremex are stacking on this Portly and the Immortal spot, just kind of that type of space, but both tanks are feared.
While they both try to combo their ultimates, Inara and the Genos comboing the through time and space and the seismic crash. Beautiful Immortal in reaction from the Fernando here. Gonchi goes down. You hear the storm sirens coming through. The barrage is incoming as they manage to get good damage on the Erados, but they have to force them back at least a little bit as they're still trying to make things work for them. Get the overpower on the retreat. Not going to allow Alex to escape as they manage to toss him right on off. You can go ahead and wave bye to the Fernando there as they're slowly making their way back on in. Stremex is fighting. They're pushing in on the back of a Whirlwind. They try and get the wall off, but it's not going to be there. Everyone's grouped up, and Logi's so low. They have to find some sort of way to escape. He doesn't get picked off there. The wall is going to be used, but it's not going to find the result of that kill. They're instead going to turn things around and get the kill on the Genos. The cripple manages to stop the Tiberius blade. The blade dance is not going to be enough here. You're going to have to dance a little bit harder than that if you're going to try and find a way to escape. They're still on the objective, and they take care of the Inara. Overtime is a factor, but the Dome Shield locks the point down, and that means that Octavia is going to capture this first point from what it's looking to be like.
Yeah, this is a great fight from Octavia. You've got the collapse coming through with that whirlwind and crossfire being popped at the same time. And perfect response to it. Just pulling back, grouping up, and then staying healthy, and then just denying the enemy team that fight while they have those, that insane output from the whirlwind, that insane damage output from the Tyra, and a nice little emote there from Prosper feeling himself.
I mean, that's just the result of, honestly, understanding. I'm not saying that the other team does it, but more so okay, all right, that may have been a little bit troll. I don't know why he was still standing there in that window looking it down, but the crossfire is here. Void Grip goes out with the resilience to allow him to land a little bit quicker. They're still going to try and find picks on the retreat here. Prosper eats tons of damage, but no kill. They have to pause here.
So, I mean, this is a LATAM team. It's LATAM, it's some ex-PPC players, it's some probably PCL players. Stremex was a North American PCL team in the past when the console league was a thing, so I don't know who on this team was from Stremex, but I do know that the game is ready.
Hey, we're back over it. All right, the Immortal and the Dritzer are coming out at the same time. That's a wombo combo.
That might also turn things around. Not even really, like, it looked like it was looking a little bit more dire for Stremex, but even still, it's not going to be enough to be able to stop Octavia's push on this card through time and space. You were staring death right in the face there, and Prosper manages to sprint out of the way. Grenade gets tossed up. Barrage is there. The minute that wall drops, he's letting it go, I would say. Zanar is still on the objective here. Toss is the Fernando, but nobody else is able to touch on the point. I was in the middle of, like, ready to set up for, like, a big fight, and then they just didn't step on it. Like, Anar was the only one that was there, so I was...
DNR got there and just got completely burned, and Con was too busy chasing them the Nando. Just a bit of a failure in communication there.
Yep.
And
I mean,
the payload rolls in for 4-2.
I've been in a dress too many times already. I wear too many dresses. Frog, if we hit 5K, can you tattoo Yagusi on your ass? Oh my god, please don't. Please don't say that. I'll do it.
At least Fauna's not showing his
Oh my god!
Oh my goodness!
Holy shit!
Okay. Thanks, man.
Yo,
It's going to a good cause.
Fair enough.
Whoa!
It's going to a good cause, Church Mouse. Thank you for the $250.
Oh my god!
Fair enough. Oh my lord.
Wow.
Are we
We're going.
are we gonna hit 2K today?
Are we gonna hit the goal in a day?
Are we
We
gonna
are
hit?
$200
There's no
away
shot.
from hitting
We're
our
165 away.
There's no shot we hit 2K today. There's no
first
way.
day, we have $2,000. We are at $200 away, guys.
Oh,
Less than
no
200
way.
away.
God, dude.
No way we hit this.
Yeah, no, there's no way.
In the
What?
first day.
Justin today would be unreal.
That
And-
would be
and Nada
unreal,
would-
bro.
Nada would immediately have to buy an Eevee cosplay.
Yeah, I would. Damn. How much money do I have right now?
You got an office, bro.
Yeah,
You're
no,
set.
I'm serious. Honestly, if we
I do
get
have
to,
an office.
if we get to 5K, I'll get a tattoo on my ass that just says Yagurath.
No, it has to
Oh,
say
yeah.
Yagusi.
No, can't do that. Can't do it.
Why
I'll back
not?
out then. I'll back out. I'll stick. It'll say Kresnik. I'm down.
You want my name tattooed on your ass?
I'll get a
for
Kresnik
$5,000?
tattoo on my ass, dude.
No, we gotta get all four of us.
I'll get a pillowcase tattoo on my ass. How about that?
Get all the casters' names on both
No,
teams.
not. That's a lot of money.
40 from Emmy.
$40 from Emmy
Emmy.
For the foundation. For the
for the
foundation.
foundation. Thank you so much.
So
I
listen-
appreciate
Oh, yeah.
it.
If you just
Wow.
get
Dude,
my
I got a
name-
bunch of tattoos, man. I'm down to just get some
If
random
you
fucking
just
ones,
get
man.
my name on your ass, then you can per se it's like, oh, it's like a Norse vampire hunter or something. You can play it off.
I can play. I'll get it in Comic Sans too, dude. Like I'll make it perverted.
Awesome.
If you want to do the Paladins font, it has to be Montserrat.
Oh my
Montserrat.
god, stop. Yeah, I'll just get. Honestly, I think pillowcase would just be the best thing. I just get pillowcase on my ass. That's it. It just
Potsy,
says
thank you.
pillowcase.
I made it myself.
100 from
Holy.
Texelin, dude.
100? We're so close.
We're 25
way.
off.
We're
No
$25
way are
away
we
from hitting
25 off from
$2,000
reaching
in
our
one
goal
day.
in one day.
Oh, there's no shot.
There's
No
no
fucking
shot.
Wait, what if you
dude.
don't get? What if you don't get a tattoo, but you buy art of Yagusi on a pillowcase?
Stop it! Stop it right now!
Dude, yo,
I'm doing a 25.
Hey,
Where is
any
it?
same
Where's the link?
compers? Any
Someone's
same
gonna do it for you, guarantee it.
Where's the
any
link?
same exact compers here on Jaguar Falls?
We broke out the 25.
Oh, we got the 25. We got it.
We got $2,000 today.
Oh my God.
We got $2,000 in one day.
That's ridiculous.
There is no words, nothing that we can say, anything that we can insinuate.
We're
that could
like
thank
halfway.
all of
We're
you.
halfway through this too.
I'll get a Yagoroth body
All of
pillow.
you. There's nothing we can
Honestly.
do that could thank all of you.
Dude,
Fucking Christ, man.
There's no way that we can.
This is what you can do
physically-
with the money.
$1,000
You can-
today?
All
That's
we can literally
ridiculous.
say is thank you. Wow, you guys.
We couldn't have expected or imagined this kind of support from the community, and you guys have
yeah.
blown our expectations out of the fucking water, dude.
You genuinely have $2,000.08. We reached this in one singular day. We've
That's
been streaming.
ridiculous.
Can someone please look up the
6.5 hours.
stream one
6.5
time?
hours.
6.5 hours.
Today.
Thank you, Paladins best game. And
And
what better way to
Paladins
prove it?
Paladins best
What
game.
better way to
And
prove it than to
yeah.
raise such an insane amount of charity? This is what we did with all the money we saved from playing a free-to-play game. But for now, I as much as we want to revel in the good time, there is a game we have to watch. Fonanata, take it away.
Yep.
Alrighty.
All right, welcome in, guys, to what could be potentially the final game for Octavia. They could be the ones that move on to tomorrow. Stremex could be hurting greatly. The first blood, though, is going to go towards the side of blue as the cripple axe goes out. Tinselin, thank you so much for joining the lily pad. We much appreciate that. Much love to you. I'm sure Frog appreciates that. I can't say we appreciate it. I mean, we do. Frog
We're jealous.
appreciates that. Frog appreciates that more than anything. And we thank you guys so greatly for helping us reach our goal at the very, very first time. Right now, though, 75% for Stremex. Not much that they've really been able to do here on the side of Octavia. They've been struggling to try and even make it to point. I think this might be one of the first times they've able to be able to touch them.
Yeah, and this, again, the Trimmers and Nara are working out pretty well on this small map. And we see that just by the
Thank you so much for the $15.
I can't read the stream. The stream is a bit pixelated. Not sure what that name is, but Prosper decides he just doesn't want to lose and gets a triple.
And Prosper
And
manages to
Logi
get himself a
finds the
triple kill, and then Logi picks up the other two. That's going to be a full long team wipe, 66%.
Tremors
Before that, okay. So this time again,
Same
Trimmers-
talents
okay.
as well.
Yeah, same talents. Yeah,
Or
did we-
Chando.
It was last game too.
yeah, it was. Trimmers
This is the same game on a just very similar map.
So this time it's going a little bit better for the other team.
Oh yeah. What do you want to see from the Octavia push here?
It seems like for so far that they're mainly pushing by stairs. The first kill immediately on the Khan might be a good look here, but the Dread Serpent immediately to counter that crossfire. They back off. She has to try and find some sort of way to escape. They put up the barricade and make sure they even force her even further back. Even with Barrack having very little to no HP, it's still enough for them to make a push. As he doesn't even die, they're still pushing forward. The cripple inhibits, the Fernando, and makes it even harder for him to try to scrape it, to try and escape it from this situation here. As a minute and 25 seconds are still remaining on the clock, Octavia has made this cart push so phenomenal. There we go. There it is.
Hey.
I had to do it once. I had to do it once for him.
As Octavia is ready to push into this again with a Barrack in secret,
Oh, man.
the Nara ult comes out and will be slowing down this aggression here, and Nando's low, but it will be the Khan falling instead.
Well, we put down the word of shield for a time being. I can't believe it. Erados manages to get a double kill. That's completely fine. Erados with the triple. He's moving on to even bigger things as they have managed to retake this fight. A 3-time in space, beautifully set up.
Again, this Scorched Nando shoving it down onto face here. Tyra Force low, and Anara's backing up here. Hopping up with this nice little high ground to contest from. Very fun spot to play. And the Barrack will have the contest there. And the Dread Serpent comes out. Ooh, okay, this is
great.
spicy. Gotta pick
Great
off
fear.
the Khan. Really good fear.
Yeah.
Nando
Great
getting a
fear.
little bit low, but it does appear that Red Team will be taking face and getting control of this fight.
Well, that team's already pushing in pretty aggressively. They've set up the barricade as well on their opposing quote unquote high ground as the kills start flooding through. Octavia find themselves for last man standing is the Khan. And that's all they wrote for this round as they're still holding on to 3 ultimates. Great ults at that. So far, I mean, Octavia has been seeming like a very well-oiled machine. I mean, there's nothing else to really say on that fact other than the fact that they've been sort of getting, I mean, almost not necessarily. Well, I guess steamroll would be the term. I mean, they've been able to fight back on the side of Stremex, but Octavia have just been built different. Well, I'm not even gonna say built different, based off of how they've been playing their constructed alternatively. That's how I'll phrase that one. That's just an entirely different beast on the side of Octavia. They pop the dome shield early and try and look for a better opportunity for them to try and escape as Inara's slowly hopping away. The cripple gets Bravo through time and space with the immortal. God, Fernando used that because there is no way in the world would they have been able to survive such a beautiful ultimate. Erados was just well aware of the stakes there, and the fact they were grouped up made it all the better for that through time and space. But once again, they had the Fernando ultimate. It saved them in just enough time. Goes for the overpower, and they managed to get one early. They're going for Logi. They managed to drop him as well. 60% on the side of Octavia. They have to sort of fight back, or sorry, not fight back, excuse me, fall back here, because they're already looking pretty low. They managed to get the con, but the rest of them are still running through. The fear goes in and manages to get Erados. 46% and still climbing for Stremex.
Yeah, and just also going to last game for a minute. Stremex was in control of that early game, but Octavia made some really good adjustments, and I feel like because we're looking at the exact same drafts again,
right?
Octavia's able to keep those adjustments that they learned from last game, and keep that good body block.
The card's still on rolling through. Stremex, you've got 2 ultimates left. You got to make this one count for something. As the score is already at 3-0, they're pushing in with very little casualties on the side of Octavia. The ultimate even after issues with time and space is there. It's not going to quite find its hit, but Prosper already finds 2. The card's still rolling in. Khan has to try and stop this one, but he won't last for long. Dome shield gets dropped, secures the kill with the fear, and Octavia make it a 2-0.